They took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die?
Intro video, I think. Get a bit much to have that going around. Right, where are we at? Okay, let's launch the game. Let's try a little bit of Conan Exiles. Something a little bit different than Heat and or Arc. Nice new launch window that they've come up with there. Hopefully you can hear the game. Not sure if you can. I need to just double check the settings for that. We don't want default, we want Yeti.
They took your family and your riches.
We also would like to have it come up on the screen, that'd be nice. There we go. Just killed the intro music. Should we go back? Go back to the start again. Hopefully it will actually play it. Watch a bit of the intro. Oh. Error message, always a good start. Usually what happens when you start it straight after finish, dropping it back off again, or closing it back off. Now I've got the sound back again. Looks like we need a low level cutoff again too. Don't think I put it on this one. Filter. Might have to do it again yet. No, you have to do it again. As I clicked away to change my filter. There we go, I've got a bit more of a noise gate off now. Let's try that one more time. With no interruptions, that would be nice. Alright, here we go. I really think it's actually the same as the intro scene that I've got to start the stream, I reckon. I'm 100% sure, I think it is. If it is, I'm just going to stop it.
First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile?
Yeah, it's definitely the intro that I've got for the game. Alright, let's attach ourselves to the... I didn't favourite my own bloody server, did I? You womble. It is. You just save it. Do that. Okay, cool. So that should be in my favourites. Join. Save the password. All good. Ready to go. Bit of a scare the other day, on the last couple of days. For some unknown reason, my video capture device wasn't working. My camera, maybe a female. It was a bit much. I thought, oh god, don't tell me I've lost the camera. That ain't cheap. Let's go with that race. I'm gonna go with Yorg. Set. Maybe I'll go with Set. I reckon this time around. You know what? The reason why it's like that is because I set it up that way. Let's go to audio. Hear that?
Death is coming.
That's a bit better.
Cut me.
Death is cut me down. Cut me down. The gods are death is coming.
The gods are watching.
The gods are watching.
Desperate. We'll go desperate. Head options. Here we go. What do we got first? We got face. What colour face do we want? A little bit of a tan. A little bit of a tan there. Yeah, why not? Face. What's that do? Must be some sort of random thing, is it? Doesn't seem to do anything with the hair, however. What do we want for the hair? Can't zoom out and see how long that is. What a big one on pigtails. Go with the hair down, like that. Let's go with, I don't know, a little bit of auburn. A little bit of auburn in there. That looks like it's dyed. Have a really old. Could be in this menu for a little while. Let's go with a brunette. Let's do that. Eyebrows. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that one, I reckon. Definitely black. Eyeshadow. We want red eyeshadow. Blue eyeshadow. Usually goes with auburn. A bit crazy, we just do that. That'll do. Lips. The tattoo, I think. Yep, looks like it. Go with red, maybe. That'll do. Face details. Here we go. Jaw, chin. Everything looks pretty good. A little bit less chin. A little bit more jaw. Less width, I reckon. No, it's the cheekbones. A bit higher cheeks. Nose width. Go. Woo. No scale. They can really mess around in this area. Height of the nose. Have it turned up like that. Mouth. Thickness of the mouth. About average, I reckon. Nothing really spectacular there. Ears angle. Can't see the ears. Like a really big ears or really small ears. We'll go with average. Spacing between, I know, scale of eyes. Got little tiny eyes, they're really big eyes. Let's go with, I don't know, go with like that. Angle would go down or up. Go flat. Spacing between the eyes. Go Go to default on that one. Why is there a colour here? Oh, it's a colour of the eyes. I can get green eyes, can I? Nice. Right, body features. Here we go. Physique. Booby size. A little bit bigger than normal. What's this for? Actual size of the character. Average size. It's physique. It's like whether she's had any fats or not in her diet. She doesn't look like she's dehydrated like that. We'll go back to where it was. Finalising the character. Now, what do we want to call it? We're going to call it Bachelorette. What it is. Confirm. Alright, we're in.
During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the exiled lands, crucified, and left.
Oh, we've got some skipped frames.
That they may or
That
may
doesn't make it too much difference.
Death comes swiftly on black wings, until fate intervenes.
Might be the video at the start. We'll see how we go for the game. Good shot with the axe.
Are you thirsty, dead woman? Shall I cut you down from that corpse tree? It might kill you. You civilized women are soft. Your lives are not nailed to your spines.
That sounds
Where I
painful.
come from, we kill our enemies in battle. We don't leave them in the desert to die like dogs. So, you live again, dead woman.
Oh, look at that on her face.
This land does not love men. You are marked, and you cannot cross the ghost fence wearing that. It might have been kinder to leave you. Live, love, burn with life, slay and survive. We will meet again, dead woman.
Let's go into the biggest sandstorm I've ever seen in my life. Oh, she fell over. Let's see how we go with frames on this one. The mouse is super sensitive. Need to play around with some settings, I think. Must be windowed full screen. Not full screen, except. Where are we facing now? We go that way. Like it's better. And the broken highway. We're just third person in this, aren't we? I don't know, we're in-head gaming here. Broken highway. Need to interact. Oh, is there an interaction there? Yeah. This is a very, very start area. I'll go over and get myself a bit of everything. Stone branches, what I can. Some fibre. Branches, rocks. So what we want to make straight away is we want to make a bedroll. Possible. Or some sort of tool. So let's see how we go with that again. I've got to remember how to do all this again. Before I get... just pick up all this grass here. And we'll go to... I think it's... Is it infinite? Oh, no, it's V. That's vanity. V, tab. Yeah, it's crouch. Gotta remember what we're doing again. 0, that's what I used to use. Inventory. So that's what we got. That's what we picked up. This is what we can make. We can make a bedroll, can we? Not quite yet. We need to make that. So we need to make the rope, which is... Let's craft all the stuff we've got into rope. The keyboard's too far away. There we go. It's also too hairy. Alright, should be like a bedroll now. Got enough there. Need some more plant fibre to make the bedroll. I'll go get some more bush over here. Because where I want to go, I don't want to start here. I want to start over by the arena area, if possible. Inventory. Got some bugs to eat there. Craft one of those. What do we need for that? We need a rock. Craft one of them. And we want to make that. So we need a couple more branches. Couple more branches. Get some more, what do you call it too? Some more, what's the stuff? Fibre. That's what I'm talking about. The more fibre we have, the think we can start making some clothes, because if we those will start burning in the sun. I think that we're in the what do you call it? It's not so bad. Tori, we're going to make one of those. Can we make a top at least? Ants, wrist, feet. This all helps with the leveling system. Alright, so where's that to? Down there, good. I'm going to put these things over here, put the bedroll right over on 8, food on 7. Right, so I've got a top now at least. Looks like I put it on automatically after I make it, which is good. I don't think that was always an option, but anyway, that's all good. Now where are we heading? Towards the bridge, weren't we? The broken bridge. What are you? Oh yeah, that's that gargoyle. Hey buddy, how you going? Alright. What did you do? What did you do this guy? Right. Get some food off him. No. I'll read his book though.
Gods curse this sandstorm. We were forced to take refuge before the wind scoured the skin from our faces. There is something in the storm. Beasts. We hear the skittering of their paws outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared. I've put them to work crafting rudimentary weapons and torches from the
My,
loose stones and rough plants that dot
I'm
this
going in the right
place.
direction.
I've yet to meet a beast that liked fire, or the bite of the axe.
Probably make a weapon too. Mind you, this axe and pick do quite a good job on the very early stuff. Need to get my stamina up. Okay. Alright, so I think making that clothing's make a big difference to the start. It's good. There we go, we're going down here. I need to get some water, I'll be seeing some food as well soon. Because things are looking a little bleak as far as the, what do you call it, goes. Thirst counter goes up the top left corner there. Don't keep away from anything that could be attacking me. The thing about this game too is that you don't need to drop your tool to pick up stuff, which is nice. Yep. Oh jeez, was a fire there for person? Great. Just leg it. Leg it. Now if I get past this dude, hopefully, there's crocodiles here too. Gotta be careful of. I don't think you get any extra stamina. They don't go in the water, that's good. When you're in the water either. I'm going to go over to here so I can get my stamina back up. Drink up so I can get at least undehydrated or rehydrated, I guess the word would be. A couple of levels already, that's always nice. A little way to go. I know where I want to be, but whether I can get there without getting killed is another question. This is what the bedroll's for. At least the water's keeping me cool anyway. There we go. Get ourselves up. The stamina up. There we go. Obviously, all that changes as you put different points in. So let's have a look at the point system again. Followers. Go to stats. Attributes. What do we want to put it in? We want to put it into encumbrance is what I did first of all originally. How much have I got to spend? 5 points. So whatever I do, it's probably going to be the first level of whatever it is. So first one's balance and counterbalance, deal extra 10. What's that? You deal 10 extra damage while encumbered. Grit will give us strong grip, stamina for you to climb. We don't really need to climb anything. Accuracy, vitality. Breathe time is doubled. Sprinting less stamina. See agility, that's for running across there, so let's do that. Alright, so 10 is the nearest one. So that gives us a little bit. We can learn. I always go to the last one. And we want to learn extra tools. Oh, sorry, we already got tools. So it all comes down to being brown. So we want to be a butcher in the end.
Come to me, jungle friends.
Hey, Jimbo! We do want to have the ability to build a bit more, so we want to be a stonemason a bit better, and we want weapons. Do I want to be an archer? Not really. We do want to make better weapons, so we just keep doing that. We also need to make a fire so we can survive. There we go. Right, let's have a look at the map. So we are currently down here. How are you, buddy? You bought that GTR yet? And what I really want to do is I really want to be here. On the side of this, hang on. Here. Or even up on the top of the hill here would be good. So in order to do that, I've got to run all the way under that bridge. Across this deadlands, across there. It's actually not really that deadly. The deadliest part's getting across here. and then through the mountains up here, then run across here. Then it gets deadly here. Just down here you get bears, and then over to there. And then we can start building. Sometimes it's easier just to build over here and just get started and get some decent gear up before we're on that way. We're going to attempt to go that way straight away. I'm going to eat all my bugs. There we go. Get some food up on me. So which way are we heading? We want to go that way, I think. Turn around. There we go. Yeah. So we want to go that way. We want to go upstream. I reckon. We could cut across the desert there. So we might do that. We'll go across there at least anyway, because we need to go that way. Now there is tribes everywhere. And between that there's obviously some dangerous adversaries that way. All that air bubble is down there. I wonder if you get stuff down underneath the water. I've been down there to do that before. So there's a guy waiting for me on the road, on the shore. We're going to go around him. We don't really want to encounter other, what do you call it? Dangerous tribes at this stage. We don't really have the armaments or the resources to really do anything with them. What have we got over here? We've got some deer, is it? Yeah, some deer. That's alright. We don't mind the deer. I reckon it's tribes of trout deer in the water. Don't think so. I don't think they've got fishing in the game yet. Mind you, the males of these things do actually attack too, so we've got to be a bit careful of that. But there's a lot of deer that can be a male deer, and they just charge you. Oh, there's a crocodile. Go to the side of the road. Other side of the river, not the road. Oh, you see me? I can kill one if I really wanted to try, but honestly, it's just going to waste a lot of time. Come back for him. Really need more stamina. But we got other tribe members here that look like they have trouble with alligators more often than not, because they're right next to them. So that noise you heard on the other side there was actually a like a ghost. You follow the ghost apparitions, and they give you a gift if you've got the time and the resources to watch out for stuff. We've got some spiders coming up. I know where we are, the back of that place. These guys keep getting attacked by spiders if I'm not mistaken. Still got the alligator following us? We don't, so we're pretty much good where we are. So we don't really want to go that way. I want to go over here. We'll go this way. How's your day back at work today, mate? I hope you've had a good... What would it be over there? Be a Saturday? Or a Sunday morning for you today? Have a bit of a day off. I don't really want to hang around these spiders because they're not very friendly. We're going to try and get past them, and if we can't, we have to outrun them somehow. We can, however, climb hills. Oh, right behind me. Can climb places. I think I've bypassed a couple of tribes going this way. I don't think I've been this way before. Looks like I've lost that spider. Let's have a look at our map. Which way would be the best way to go? Up there or across this water? Up there would be better because let's have a bit of a drink while we're here. Cool down. Training. What are we training as? Is it for the rescue training or for the training for work? Like electrician training? Or work safety training? Got the other camera working, by the way, Jimbo. It was really weird, and it's actually quite scary because the SLR that I'm using for the streaming is about your dollar's probably about £1,000. And since I was talking to you last time, which sort of triggered me off to thinking, why is the camera not working? It actually didn't work for my stream either, and I'm like, oh my god! Don't tell me the camera just died on me. It's never done that. I haven't moved. I haven't done anything with it. It's just sat there. It's always been on the bracket. And if anything, I've moved it out the way when someone was here. They were worried about getting filmed. I don't know why. And that was it. Just moved it to the side a little bit, and it wouldn't work. So I took it all out, put it onto a TV, plugged in the TV. The TV turned off as well, which was a little scary because I thought it had a short circuit in it. It was shorting out the TV. But it turns out I don't think it's actually equipped to be able to transmit on TV. I think it just does the photos that are on the camera. It won't do the live. But yeah. Yeah. As opposed to now, you're obviously not naked at the moment, I hope. And yeah, I fiddled around with it. I thought, what is going on? And I end up having just to uninstall everything, like the drivers for everything. Something got corrupted somewhere. I don't know what it was. Crap. And so I just went, you know what? I'm just going to uninstall that. I'm going to disconnect the... I think it actually corrupted the USB driver, actually, off the USB hub. Now you can climb down here if you're lucky enough. There we go. Hopefully better get down here and stop these guys from following me. Slide down. And yeah, the camera itself was stuffed. I went, what is going on? I even changed the USB. Didn't seem to have made any help at all, any difference at all. Mrs. came home and I thought, we'll come back to it. Just stop freaking out, which is easily done when you're dealing with such an expensive camera. And I came back to it, and I started it up again, and it came up and said it found the camera and everything was good. Mind you, I did notice that the actual cord that was going into the camera was a little bit bent, so I straightened that out a little bit. Maybe it was just a bad connection. Yeah, it was panic stations for sure. And yeah, so on it came. So I put it all back together again, remounted the camera, put it all back up, and went out and told the missus, all okay, I think the camera's okay. There's no way I can afford to buy another one at this stage of my time, so especially when the shop's gone. Hoping that the camera will last a lot longer than that. Alright, we're almost up to the water. What's it called again? It's the water... Oh, what's it called? Aqueduct, not water duct. Almost up to the aqueduct already, which is good. Gotta stop sprinting everywhere. Should save that to... I don't need to get away from stuff. Go across this river again. Hopefully nothing nasty down here. Looks like I'm hungry again, so let's get some more things to eat. Hopefully I'll get some more bugs. Probably should kill a deer or something. I think they're too fast and they hurt too much. Let's put a bedroll down and try and kill one. I think they just run off. Yeah, they do. Damn it. What about if I make a... Can I make a weapon? Let's see if I can make a weapon. Make that thing. I'll make one of them. What do I need? More twine. See if we can make that weapon. think I should be able to knock out a deer fast enough with that. I don't think I'm making enough impact with the ones that I've got. We'll see how we go. Maybe get a baby one. 4. Bloody alligator over there. I don't really want to go that way. Probably kill the alligator easier actually. Oh, there's another one there. Maybe up here. I think he'll see me either way. Got it. Look at the stuff of it. I think I need to get... Oh, there we are. Now we need to go make ourselves a... Oh, no, we don't. We need to get away from that thing. Let's go back up here. Up on the rock. Hopefully he'll get what do you call it? Bored of waiting. He did. And he killed a thing while he was waiting. You gonna eat that? You gonna eat that dead fecker? Gonna sit on it, are you? No? Cool. Why did he kill that? That's weird. Some wood to make a bar. Make ourselves a fire. That'd be under. Household. Any meat off that? I don't think I did. There's a dead one here I can get off. Got some savoury flesh. Now where did I put my bedroll too? Yeah, I know. Gotta make this fire. Or I die. What was it? 6. I'll die before this. How do I start it again? That'll stop it. How do I start it? Oh, there's a play button. Oh, there. There it is. You'll find out soon enough. Get me back up and running. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. Food poisoning. Wait for the food poisoning to be over. If I didn't take that and take the food poisoning, I probably would have died of hunger anyway, so. We'll let that food poisoning end and then we'll eat the meat. And we'll be able to recover. Thanks for the sub, by the way, Jimbo. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Nearly done. Little hourglass there next to it goes out. And gone. I'm not sure if both go. I think it's, it might be both. We'll see if that fills up. Trouble is, there we go, it's gone. Trouble is, if I start eating whilst that, it just doesn't bring my health back up. Ew. Quite a sustainable consumable. The what do you call it? The salt timer doesn't seem to be going out very fast at all. That's good. Right, I think that'll do for now. Stop. Can I pick that up? And pick it up. I'll take that with me. Where's my bedroll that I had down here? Bedroll 2. Oh. Now which way do we start heading? Up that hill? Let's have a look at the map. So we should probably go around that towards that thing. Under the aqueduct. We'll do that for now. Won't be sprinting because we don't have a lot of stamina. In the meantime, if we do find a crocodile that takes a liking to us, or an alligator, whatever that thing is, we're going to be sprinting. That is a cave for a boss in there. It's got its claws there. I think it's another spider boss in there. Oh, Southern Aqueduct. We need to get up on that hill where the aqueduct is. I'm not sure whether it might be best to go this way or would it be best to go the other way. Trouble is, if you go one way, there's going to be a big cliff line. Sounds like an alligator. No, no cliff line. Excellent. We're good to go. I've gotten out there before, ready to go up the hill, and there's this huge sheer cliff line like that on there. That's a pain to get down if you can't get your head around climbing as you do when you start playing a little bit more advanced. Grab a few rocks while we're here. Hey, we haven't got all the rocks in the world at the moment. We just made a tool with them, so we'll grab a few while we're there. We don't. That's metal, by the way, so we don't know whether we've got enough room for metal. It's pretty heavy. Ironstone. We'll take it. There we go. A little bit of iron with us as well. Not that we really need it, but it helps with the leveling. Alright, now this desert is full of scorpions and snakes, so what we're going to do is try and avoid them as much as we can. We need to get across the other side of this island, and on top of that island is also a rhino. There's a boss rhinoceros, I think, that either sometimes or always is spawned there. Can't be 100% sure. What I might do also, I'm going to swap over to the weapon, because at least I have a bit of a fighting chance then. We're going to go close to the edge of that oasis. There's a temple up there as well. And it sounds like we've been followed by something. Snake. Let's just keep going. Hopefully he'll de-aggro off me. Biggest problem we got around here is this rhino. They're fast. Not so worried about those crocs because we can get around them. You can get a baby rhino here too, which is what you use to tame with, but I can't carry the weight at this stage until I get a horse or something. We're going to avoid getting the baby rhino if we see one. Mainly because the weight is just too much and I'm not interested in running the whole way encumbered. Some more iron rock there, you have to remember that. Come this way. What was that noise? Big snake. You got normal snakes and you got really big ones. There's a rhino. There's a couple of rhinos. What do we do? Can we get around it? Get away from his baby. Not really interested in the rhino baby. They're very maternal. They look looking after their babies, so we'll try not to cause too much attention. Now, originally with these servers, I tend to turn up the ability to get more stamina, but because they've changed it now where you can actually get mounts, I'm not that fussed. Happy to leave it as it is. A bit more gameplay, less exploitation of the game, I think. And that's the only reason too. I mean, realistically, before it was just totally impossible to outrun anything because you'd run out of stamina so quickly. And it's still the same now because I'm on foot, but when you've got the horse or something to ride, such as a rhino, you don't have that issue anymore. So it's just a level thing. So here's a bit of a gauntlet. Getting through here without dying is going to be fun. Keeping our finger prized on 8 here because we want to be able to back the old bedroll down. If we run into trouble, there's going to be a heap of these weird looking goats down here. There's one there, or two of them there. One behind me. They don't hurt a lot, but they do still hurt. And if you get a lot of them on you, you can say that's the end of that. Let's get a little bit of a sprint up down here. Try and get through this bit without getting punted. Oop, that one's a bit close. They don't generally walk out of this area. If we can get out into the sand, we're doing a good job. Oh, and there's out of the sand, so he's going to follow us for a little while. That's alright, we'll just keep going. I'm going to go this side of the actual, what do you call it? These are, what's this area called? Probably pop up in a minute. Shattered Springs. It's gaseous springs here, and you can get pretty much the biggest source of brimstone. Yeah, brimstone to be able to make iron and steel afterwards. So we'll be coming back to this. These trees look pretty eerie. They look like people, don't they? And we'll be coming back this just to get the what do you call it? The brimstone to make iron. Make steel ore. It'll be a long way in yet to go. It's after having a few slaves and the big mozzies, about the same size as the ones we got over here. Just kidding, they're not that big. And they're not that aggro, I don't think either. You have to get real close to them to aggro those. They have a big aggro distance, which is nice. Now there is, however, a path up the hill to a tower. Will get us into the green zone. We're a long way in. I'm amazed we got this far without having to put down the bedroll. Must be getting better and better at it. Now I think that's the path. We'll go up it anyway. One of these paths you go up also is it's not so much a bug. It's more like a in fact, I don't think that is the one. No, I don't think it is. It's a bit of a map bug, I guess you could call it a map bug, where on the other side of this ridge over here, got poisoned by something. Oh, it's probably because I'm next to the, what's the name? I think. Yeah, it's because I'm near the gas pools. On the other side of these rocks is look like a bit of an oasis over there, like I guess an African oasis, if you want to call it that, or a biome, African biome. And there is a bunch of rhinos, bunch of elephants, all sorts of stuff. There's one, and they tend to bleed over here as a spawn. And quite often you'll come across them where the baby will just be here by itself, and the mum will be the other side of the rock. So it's a good place to be able to get a baby rhino if you really want one. And I'm pretty sure it's not there that we need to go up. I think it's the next one over, so I think we missed it. We're going to go back. And you can actually drink this water, believe it or not, even though the air poisons you. You can drink it. We don't need to because the other side of this is a whole bunch of water because it's a big, sort of like a lake or a river. But we're not going to bother. We're going to go right up here without hopefully getting hit by that thing, whatever that is. Weird looking mosquito thing. That won't follow us through the other biome, I don't think. If I remember, that doesn't have a big aggro range anyway, so it probably already has reset. And here we are in the green area. This is where I wanted to be. There's also bears here, so I've got to be careful because the bears are really maternal as well. Though, if you go anywhere near their babies, they'll kick your ass. There's babies all over the place here. Just at this end of the run, you can see them. The little tiny ones over there. But we won't bother with that yet because, of course, just like every other baby, they're really making you encumbered, and you don't really want to have some more sort of a drink there. And it's much wetter over here, which is nice too. It's nice weather. It's not always wet, but it doesn't rain that much well, I don't even think it does rain at all in the desert, so I'm not really interested in staying there because of that. Now, there is a male here somewhere too. I think a male buck. There he is. We'll go around that. We don't really want to go near him. He just knocks you over and just keeps doing it. It's pretty annoying. We will incur some wolves a little bit further up here. They're equally as painful. But I think we can outrun them. I'm not sure. We'll find out in a minute. So this is doable. Just haven't had to run through here for a long time. Every other time I come this way, I'm always on a mount, like on a horse. And you can easily outrun any dogs with a horse. Or wolves. There's a wolf there on the left there having a meal. The worst part is that they're the same colour as everything else around here, so I don't think we're going to be unlucky enough to see one this side, but we will see one just after this hill. There's usually one sitting up on top of that little ridge there. And usually one close to it as well. So we're going to head off to the right here of the ridge. There we go, there's one there, there's one there. There's two of them up there. Their aggro range is actually fairly long, so we need to try and keep a vigilance on if any of them bite us, we need to run, like that one's coming at us, so we're going to keep going. They don't aggro for a long time though. If I remember right, I think they don't hang on for as long. But we're pretty much where we need to be, which is good. Where I want to be. So I'm going to go quickly slap down that bedroll in case one of these wolves get me. I don't think they will, but there we go. Almost impossible to kill at this level, so I'm not going to really entertain this very much. Let's just keep running for a while. It gets cold over here, so we've got to be careful not to go into the freezing cold. You stop following me? I think he has. Turn vanity off. Let's go 5. To get our health up again. Alright, we have arrived at the location that I wanted to be in. Let's go back. Hopefully he won't be around there. Shouldn't be. Usually reset back where they were. Just want to get that bedroll. I know, he's still standing there. Bang, he's gone. Try and find my bedroll. So it doesn't really matter too much because we've got, I mean, it's fairly cheap to make and you can make a couple of them. It just asks you which one you want to spawn at next time you die. And you can actually do a couple of them. You can do a bed or bedroll, I think, and you get a choice. Or and then of course you also always have the choice of going back to the desert where you came from, which is a real pain in the rear if you've ran this far. Okay, so it tells me I'm on my bedroll, but I can't see it anywhere. Because I'm going blind.
Thank you very much.
Killer Jester, g'day buddy. I thought you were already following, mate. When did you only just start following then? Yeah, good, mate. How's your streams going? Done any lately? Now, I have no idea where that bedroll went. It's the same colour as the ground, which is the worst. So, where we are, I'll go back to where it is. I know where we are. This is a nice big clearing here. I have built houses here, but we're going to worry about purges here because it's level 4-5 here. And I'm by myself at this stage. I do say by the stage fairly loosely because I do have one of the admins that want to come along and play on the server, which would be good. Up there is a whole bunch of stuff. This is a big, well, not a big town, but a semi-big town. I was, but I kicked me off. I don't know why, though, mate. I just noticed, and yeah, good, mate. What? I was, but it kicked you off. What, the stream kicked you off? Did you get disconnected or something? Hopefully you didn't get banned or anything. That's a worry. Anyway, so this place here with the towers, there's tribes up there. They're not really bad ones. They're probably, you know, you get every now and then you get a hero that spawns up there. We're not going to build there, but just so you know where we are, that's the stream. We're going to be drinking from the stream, which is really easy to get your hydration up because it's always good to build where there's water if you're starting off. I think it's just a personal view. So the other side, like it's all a big flat area up here, which is really cool. And there's not a lot of dangerous guys like bears and bucks and whatever else. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, good, buddy, good. And just up the top of this here, right here, just before you get to that town, I built a big house up here. Like I actually ended up making a really big castle here, believe it or not, with that road going through the middle of the castle, which is really cool. The reason why it's so good here is because just over there where those claws are, there's no real bad things outside of having a lot of metal. And there's also a lot of trees down there to get your wood as well, so good place to start. At least anyway. Yeah, so Jester, I'm thinking, if I remember right, I did get a report, it was a while ago I think with us, if it's from my stream, I did get a report from one of my admins saying something about promotions. I think you might have made a promotion on my stream about doing your own streams maybe. And some of them are a little toey about that. I taught them that, not to have anyone sort of, you know, advertise their streams on other people's streams sometimes. A lot of them, and yeah, to a certain degree, I'm not that happy with it either unless it's asked specific from the streamer. You find that from Casper's side as well and all the other streamers. So I think it might have been that occasion, I think. I remember one person saying that someone was saying that they were going to do their own streams or something. But I didn't really worry about it that much and just let it go and agreed with them and let it go. So maybe that's what happened then. Maybe you got kicked off of that. I don't know. But that shouldn't take away your follow. That should have just knocked you off the stream, I would have thought, or just at least giving you a bit of a timeout. That's what they're meant to do if there was an issue, because then I can tell them to stop timing it out if I know who they are. And it's not done for any kind of malicious content. It's just a matter of you know, trying to keep the decorum up there and not have any of the other guys come along and do any shameless promoting, if you know what I mean. I kicked you off of everyone they'll subscribe to. What? Something new every day with this stupid Twitch thing. I don't know what's going on. Every now and then, it just... I've never had it happen to me, but I've heard that happen before. It's generally when I've had one of them, I remember a mate of mine down New South Wales way. He did the same thing. He ended up getting... He found out that he actually got banned from Twitch for the day, and it knocked off all of his subscribes and all of his what do you call it, follows as well. And he had nothing. He got back and he didn't have anything on his keys. It was just like the following day, it was all good again. It's just some sort of glitch with the following system. I don't know. Maybe that's what happened to you. They might have been talking about somebody else. I don't know. I have to go through all the transcribes. I couldn't be bothered. But you're here today. That's the main thing. And your streams are all good. Everything's going well. So let's have a look what we got to build. Now we've got over here. We need to... Oh, what do we need to do to save? I think we need to go over and save somewhere too, because otherwise we won't be here when we log back in again, if I'm mistaken. Unless that's a different game. I wouldn't want that. We'll go to the circle here. Nice big sort of clearing here. So we're going to make another bed. I'm not sure if they're once use only. Where is it? Doesn't say. Just a twig out of a mattress out of twigs and bark. Oh, looks like I picked it up. Well, I've got two. Interesting. There you go. Updated spawn point. That's what we want. So I think, I'm not sure, but I think you can actually just log out and come back here, I think. But anyway, we're not going to do that at this stage because we're still early stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and make ourselves just a decent little place to start. I'm pressing too many buttons here. I'm playing too many different kinds of survivals to remember which key does what again. This is all wreckage stuff in this particular menu. It's mainly for Isle of Istaf, I think. I'm not really happy with that extension because there's no purges and stuff. It's not as exciting, I find. I like the old game. I like the old game. We're going to go back into Cumbrance now because we don't need to have... Almost get into the first one, which the first one's going to give us a little balance, I think. Extra damage, less stamina, that's what we want. And then we want the next one from that is not really much about crippling. Pack mule, extra weight is what we want. Alright. Let's go to feats. Let's have a look what we can learn. So what do we want to learn first out? We want to learn box making, do we? I suppose we probably do. Daggers are fun. I want to do that. Iron tools, yeah, now you're talking. I want a blacksmith. I want to do something better than the campfire. We don't really want to do fences just yet. We want a torch here, we want to see it at night time. Don't need to do too much with stairs at this stage. We definitely want to be a carpenter. We want our thralls, and we want to have the tanner. Now what do we got here? Torch bearer. So there we go. We've got a common goal here. We're going to be making ourselves a little bit of a platform to build on. Once we've done that, we'll actually do something with the tools. We'll do something with the carpentry, and we'll do something with the blacksmithing, which I think we already have through the tools somewhere. If we don't already have blacksmithing, I think. What's that under? Construction. So we have 2 available. We're level 10 already. Pretty cool. Let's remember where to find them if I want to build them. So here we are, carpenter. So we want to make a carpentry bench. Carpentry bench is made handcrafted. Okay, so I can do it on myself, which is cool. So we'll go back into here. Let's go to carpentry bench. We've got that there. We have, what do we need? We need 250 by 100 stones. Casting table. That's a new one. I don't think I've ever seen a casting table before, so that's new. That's good. Nothing like some new stuff to have a bit of fun. We definitely want to make a furnace as well, which is a lot of rocks. So at this point in time, we need to make a box to put all that stuff in, because we probably gathered all this stuff we don't really need. We need it, but we don't need to carry it. So let's have a look what we can do with making a box. Just a simple storage box. I'd like to be able to untick some stuff there. No storage boxes. Weapons. No, I don't think I could do that yet because I didn't learn box maker, did I? Let's do box maker. It opened up not much. Not cool. Back in the inventory. How many? Doesn't say how much it's going to store. No. Just an inventory. So wooden box. So we can do 100 wood and some twine. So we need some weeds and some trees. We've got the tools. Let's go over and get some trees. Put these weeds on the way. Berries in that one. Plant fibre. Again, just like every other survival, the axe gets better with better attributes. Like a steel one, as opposed to a stone one, or even a metal one. We'll get to making metal ore soon. Right. 500 by 60. Twine. Alright, we'll head back up the top and we'll chuck all that stuff in that box. That's right, we're going to change the settings on the controls. Now there is, key bindings, there is actually a thing called forward roll. Somewhere, I know it's actually up the top. Attack and dodge. I'll find it somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Maybe I just went past it then actually. I think it might be one of these. I think it might be crouch dive. every building. Really? What are we using building for a middle button for? Miscellaneous. Building there. Or maybe I'll use the other one then. We'll use a different one. We'll use this one. Combat. No, that's not it. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I wanted the roll. It's already in there. It's not something I had to change. It's all good. Originally, what you could do is you could actually... You have to do it with a bit of stamina, that's right. You walk along until your stamina gets up. And you can roll forwards. Because it's now changed for the incumbents. That's pretty annoying. You used to be able to roll forwards when you're encumbered, which is pretty much the same speed as running. You can only do 4 or 5 rolls before you lose all your stamina. Now you can't do it. That's annoying. Oh well. That's the way it goes. Alright, so we'll put the box on this road, I think, so I know where it is. Which one is it? It's got to be a closer one. 6 road. Have to be on a, what do you call it? Maybe it has to be on a building thing first, eh? Let's do that then. Let's make ourselves a foundation. 5 or 6, just 1. Okay. Need a lot more rock. Shift. Make one. Oh, we'll make something just sort of here. So why doesn't that come up? So that doesn't go on the floor. We've got to put that in something. I need seeds. Enough meat. Campfire, although I'll put the campfire down. Cook the last of that meat. We'll put that away. I need the hide yet. Got a fair bit of hide, which is not. Do with the sticks. Don't need the iron ore just yet. Do we have our forge to do something with? So what we'll do is we'll stick the fireplace down. Somewhere close to the... There we go. We'll get ourselves some more rocks. See how many more we can make. Another 4. Excuse me. Probably all we need really for the biggest space we need, or space area for that. So we'll walk up to our other one. We'll add on to it. Gives us a little bit of a base to put stuff on. I'll get a little bit bigger. Some more rocks. We need to get into that water because we're getting a little bit thirsty by the sound of her. She's sounding a bit hoarse. Of course, after a while, if you don't do something about it, it starts affecting your health real quick. Up here, put those down, and then we'll go down to the creek real quick. A little bit wider. Alright, I'll go back down and get some drink now before we pass out. That's what this wonderful border's about. Probably left it a bit too late, but that's alright. Probably best to be on top of that a little bit faster next time. Why not make it? We'll see. Killed myself. Bit of a drop there. You'd not be putting me back in there, desert. We're pretty pissed off. There we go. Right, now what we need to do now is we need to find ourselves our bag back. Best part is all of our nutrients is back. So let's go down and get our bag back. Yeah, without breaking my legs this time. Piley. There I am. Take it all. And we'll harvest our old body. Get a few, what do you call it? A few bones, which is always good. A drink. And put our clothes on. Just is up here. I think also I remember too is we don't really want to be eating that. So let's head back up to where the camp is because I'm going to run all that way encumbered. What we might do is head towards making a animal thing first, because it's a big difference being able to ride a horse as opposed to walk around and get encumbered all the time. So we probably want to start pushing ourselves towards getting our mount organised, because of the actual expense involved with the time of throwing the axe around and walking back to where we need to go, because we can't do that roll anymore. That should be enough to do quite a bit on this one, so I'm going to leave it at that. As far as the buildings go, we just leave this as a platform we've got. Just get rid of that one. Now, what do we need for the rest of it? Furnace, we need a lot of stones. I think we've got enough. 500. And that one we do have enough, so we'll make ourselves a carpentry bench. Blacksmith's bench. Well, it's going to be after we've made enough metal. Of course, the wheel of pain as quick as we can, so that way we can get ourselves a couple of slaves real quick as well. In the meantime, we've got attributes to spend. Okay. So now we've hit strong grip, less stamina when you climb. That there. Don't really do much with it just yet. Just make ourselves a throw pot. We're not going to do much else. We will, however, go off and get ourselves lots of stone. And we'll knock ourselves out a real quick couple of furnaces, because we need the furnaces going. Get to the steel tools. Move on to the pets. I do like this game in the sense that it actually tells you how much in a running total of how much you've got in your inventory as well. That's really cool how they've done that. Right, well, I've got enough for one, we'll make another one. You can never have too many of these cooking metal, because we've got a lot of metal around the corner here, which is good. Can we make another one? Yeah, we can. Or I think that's repairing it. So you can repair it yourself, or you can make a repair table for the high-end stuff. Get up to another 400, is it? I think it's 400 stone to get to another furnace, I think. Definitely 500. There we go. Another ferni. Needs metal. Tanner's table. I want a Tanner's table. Don't want a Tanner's stage. However, a tannery, we need bark for that. So let's go put down these two furnaces. On our wonderful little platform we've got here. One there. One there. This is what we need the metal for. Yeah. And we'll put the wood in there for now too. I'm making some metal. where's my box? Okay. Gonna need some wood and metal. Let's go get some metal first. It seems like it's just over here. This is like this weird coloured stone, like this one, iron stone. You will get a lot more stone out of an iron pick, not a stone pick. Not so much, but you still get it though. Need some wood to get the other one going. The other furnace going. We'll head back over. Keep an eye on our stamina. The other furnace going. Beautiful. We're on our way to making the next stove. We're going to go get some wood this time. There is actually wood and metal down here. It's not an abundance like there is around the corner. The idea of getting the pets as quick as we can too also is not representative of actually riding them or mounting them. It's also that they can carry more than I can. You can go up and get a decent amount of days worth of resources without having to keep going back and forth all the time. I do have an idea of whereabouts the horses are. We're not going to bother too much of that just now though. Sort of down past the dogs or the wolves, a little bit further down from them. Other side of the water. So it's not really dangerous, but it can be dangerous if you take the wrong turn. Get ourselves 1,000 wood up. Furnace is going. Once you upgrade the furnaces a bit further, you can actually use coal in it, and that goes for a long time. A lot further than wood. The downside is it doesn't have any byproduct, I don't think, just like it does in heat. It's a good idea to have both. But you need to have the coal to make. In that one you need coal to make gunpowder, but I think in this one you need it to make steel. Out of a cauldron you have to make a what's it called? It's just called a cauldron, I think it is, which makes the chemicals and additives and stuff, like from the brimstone to make steel, or steel fire. Such a long way to go when you don't have the mount to carry your stamina for you. Still can't look up and just get rehydrated either from the rain. So one of my forges is finished. Ran out of fuel, as it were. I know. That's the other good thing about this game is that when it runs out of things it needs to make, it stops, which is cool. I've obtained iron as a step towards leveling again. Let's have a look what we can do with the iron. We can make that other new thing. I haven't made this before. Casting table, a specialty work table. Let's see what that does. We definitely need to make this thing. And not sure how many iron bars we've got left there to do that with. 41, so we need 10 more iron bars. A bit more stone. Oh no, got enough stone. No, we don't. A little bit more stone, not much. Not much more, but a little bit more. Why am I walking slow? What am I encumbered with? I think it's just the wood. Store it in there. We'll just keep making that there. We'll just get some more. Get some more. What do you call it? Some more stones. And we're almost ready to go back down to the river again by the look of it. Because of our thirst is climbing ever so quickly. Alright, we've got enough stone now. We'll go back so we can get some more metal and we should be able to do a blacksmith table. You can also buy normal rights make a well as well if you don't want to have to keep going down to the water. This stage's not that far away, which is good. So 8. Specialty table. I've never seen this thing before, so we'll see what that does. See what this thing does. What's it do? I think I can craft in it. Casting table. Looks pretty cool though. And let's go and see if we can make ourselves a forge. Make extra weapons. Need more iron bars. Really? I must have used them all to do that. Let's go get something to drink in the meantime. We don't really want to run out of water again. Die off the coast. Jump down the cliff and plummet to our death in desperation to get some more water. There we go, we're all good now. Water's back up. Let's grab some more metal while I'm here too, actually. I think that there's metal down the side of this hill. Just watching that anvil at the top there fill up. This will be the last one before we get over encumbered. We're going to do too many more. Otherwise we can take forever to get back. We're too encumbered. Oh, we get another one out. See. Yep, we got another one out. Cool. That gives us more metal to play with. More iron tools. So you can well imagine how big the place has to be to really compensate for so much workshop stuff that you've got to do. Takes a sweet time. Mind you, if I've got a slave in there, it goes pretty quick. Especially a named slave, which is like level 5. Fireplace. Not sure if that stick keeps going or not actually. Well, it's raining. I think it does. That should give us a blacksmith table. Should be able to maybe knock out some iron tools pretty soon. We're just halfway here. Bam. 5. Let's put that between those two. Okay, so how's it that I can't make metal tools yet? I already put points in iron tools. Blacksmith bench. Okay. Bench. Ah, here we go. A 30 and some sticks. Then back. Should grab it all. Back to. Shove that in there. All I need is basically the steel or the iron bars. Pretty much. Wait for 30 of those to turn up. That's one. We'll do some knock out the pick first because we used to pick a lot. Alright, place that little bugger. That's right, gotta go to your hands first. Remember that being a problem. I'll leave that in there. I did used to carry it along with me, so I might just do that as well. Alright, so let's go get some more iron. Closest is probably up here than down there. Now we're talking. Right. Head back encumbered as usual. We'll do that. What is our beats? Attributes. It does still help with that. That's good. Yeah, cool. So we should be able to make ourselves an axe to cut down more trees. No, not quite. 30 iron bars, still not. I need to put it in. Where I can make it. Ooh. Alrighty, got ourselves a decent axe. Going to cut down some more trees. Much difference in speed when you're incumbent. I think we've got ourselves the right kind of setup now. So there doesn't seem to be any kind of dropped frames at least, which is good. Is there a, I can't remember if there was a auto run feature in this or not. Have a look. Settings, controls, settings. There was a auto run and unlock. I might change that. It's taking forever. You know, I remember there was one before because all you had in this game originally is just walking and running. There wasn't no mounts for a very large part of the original game. It's considerably painful because you had to go right over the other side of the map sometimes to get stuff. Like if you were to try and get a pet of some kind, like the bear, you have to go right at the other end of the map. You'd have to run every time you get there. And then of course you'd be encumbered, so you'd have to walk back encumbered. A lot of the games change, which is really worth it for sure. Alright, what else do we need to make out of our forge? We need to make more out of the outside of a weapon of some kind. I'm going to go with pole arms this time around because you can use them on the horses. Let's have a look at our inventory attributes. That one there. We have the option to make pole arms. A lot of options here. Sorry about that. With that, I think. Definitely those. Definitely stable master. That's what we wanted. Fireball cauldron. That is furniture at this stage. Apprentice tamer. This is coming along nice and neatly now. What else do we want to make? Struts, no. Furniture, no. We don't really need to make axes. Well, yeah, maybe we might do the armourer. So let's have a look what it is to make the. Actually, no, make the pole arm first before we go too far. Javelin. Javelin. Handcrafted. The wear and tear is a handcrafted one. Probably not much at all. Down there, that sounds better. Right, now, what do we need to make the, what do you call it, taming huts? Probably a lot. That looks like more involved. The alchemist bench. Used to. Repair that comes out of something else, like a workbench. Let's come out of that one there. Go on. Oh. Carpenter's bench. Okay. So we need a horse stable, shaped wood and bricks. So we need to have a carpenter's desk for that, which I think we've got, haven't we? So I need to make some shaped wood. Bricks, that's easy enough, and twine. The bricks basically just putting stone into the furnaces. Do now. Later. Bit of iron there now. So let's get some wood. Put a stable underway. We'll go flog ourselves a little horsey. A slow walk back. One and a half thousand wood, that's probably why. Alright, we've got our wood, we've got our twine. All we need now is just have to get our brick organised, and we've got ourselves a stable. Wait for these to get through the metal. Probably just knock that off, put the metal in this one. Bricks are a little quicker to make too, I think. I think it's not hardened brick because that needs to have a certain additive to it. Bit of paint. Some more twine. Still waiting to. Fish traps, always good to make some fish to eat as well. Don't know that I can put that in the river anymore. I think the last time I looked, I think they patched it out. You've got to go to the lake to put the actual fish traps in now. The river's not deep enough. If I'm not mistaken. Which is a little annoying, but you know, the way it goes. $14 and $15. Right, so I should be able to do the stable. Which I think it's on here, isn't it? I'm gonna put that on there. Take a while to make, I think, too, if I'm not mistaken. Food is up. Everything's done. I think. Hey, Ling, you come along just as I'm locking off. Got daylight savings over here, so it's all a little bit late tonight. How are you? Oh, I was going to go off and get myself a horse soon. Sorry, I haven't been on for a little while. I had some trouble with my camera. I thought I actually lost my cam, but it turns out that it was just a corrupted USB driver, thank God. Yeah, started a new playthrough on Conan. But when I say start a new one, I still have heat. I paid for another month for that, so I can go back to that as well. And a friend of mine wants me over on his server, which is Ark. So, yeah, it was really scary too, that corrupted driver. Far out, man. I thought I lost a $1,600 camera. It's a very expensive DSLR that I've got up there, and I thought it just stopped working for some reason. Everything else worked all right, it just wouldn't come through the computer. That was really scary stuff, but thankfully it wasn't what I thought it was, and it took me about 2 or 3 hours to work out what it was, but yeah, very scary stuff. No way I can afford to buy another one. I'd have to go back to the old camera, really crappy one that doesn't have all the colours and stuff. But that's what I was going to be faced with, but that's just the way it goes, you know. Don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, just made a little platform here, as you can see. A little platform with a few things on it. Just got to the point where I can actually do the, what do you call it, the stables. Next way around I'll be doing the run down to see if I can get a horsey. And then, yeah, we'll see how we go from there. No, it's not. A lot of the hardware nowadays is getting a lot more expensive, especially on the what do you call it? On the electronic side of things at the moment. They're looking at doing a lot more coin research, I see. The video cards are going up and there's a lot of demand for it, being that COVID knocked out a lot of stuff. In what game do you need to find another base? In Heat or? Yes, it does. Where I am is a really big space where I am. I just made a small platform to start. Yeah, back where I was. I don't know whether you were around when I made that big castle up there. I made this massive castle up there. Up on that top bit there. Originally I did it out of the blood and sand pack, which makes it look like a really old castle with big blocks and stuff. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, you should have a look. We're going to go over there as a bit of a special guest as well on the Heat server that we have, because Kat is the other admin. She's looking to play this game as well. It's a pretty amazing little house. She's done 2 or 3 houses on this big pathway, and then she's got like all the stockpiles in a certain place, and she's got a big garden at one other place. It looks really cool. She's done a lot of work on it. I went over and had a look at it. It's a fair way from my house, but it's not far by a horse. And it's certainly worth a visit because she's got all that stuff set up now, which is really cool. So I haven't given up on Heat. I just want a little bit of a change it up a little bit from Heat and from Ark at this stage. I'm getting sort of used to that game a little bit more. Stranded Deep was the best game I played, but they haven't done anything to that for a while now. The DLCs for Conan, yeah, I've got all of them. I couldn't wait to get all the DLCs. I think I was lucky enough to get like a small discount on all of them. I think in the end it's about like $120 or something like that for all of them. So I was quite happy with that. Anyway, I will, like I said, I'm going to wrap it up now because it's daylight savings. My body's got to get used to it. There's no work tomorrow, so I might pop on later on tomorrow night. It's now, it's 11:24, but because of daylight savings, it's only 10:24. But I'm starting to feel I did a fair bit of work today in the backyard, and it was quite a warm day. So sorry I have to do this to you again, and thanks, Machina, for following. I will see you guys again fairly soon. Hopefully I've been entertaining for you guys. Only for Neo to come back anyway. And, of course, good to see you again, Ling. Yes, it's the same everywhere, my name. Battery Rat everywhere. In fact, you find my Steam one as like what looks like a rat with a circle around it, like one of those special borders. I'll have a look for your invitation and accept you as a friend. From Australia, that's correct. It's all good, thanks, Machina. Thanks for coming along and lurking for us, bud. I really appreciate your coming along. Hopefully I've been entertaining enough for everybody. Again, thanks for coming along. Stay safe. We'll see you again. I'll try and do it at the same sort of time tomorrow. In Australia, as I said, it's like 10:30 here, so around the same sort of time, around 9:30, 8:30 tomorrow. We'll do another couple of hours. I'd like to do a couple more, but, you know, life gets in the way when you start getting to my age. And yeah, we'll see you guys again very soon. Thanks for coming along.
First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? that you've chosen, what will you become? First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become?